Alright, getting started for YouTube, starting a new game. So, before we get started here, just to get this out of the way, I don't plan on doing a full playthrough of the game again. I already have a full playthrough on the channel if you want to check it out. So, obviously, I played it on the PS4. But I just wanted to play a while. I don't really have a set time. If people are enjoying it, I might keep playing it. Otherwise, it might just be 1 to 2 streams. We'll see. Or it might be just something I pick up once in a while when I can't decide what I want to play. Alright, everybody's saying this sounds good. Yes, we're going to make a new character. I did fart around before just to make sure like the game ran okay. We will watch the cutscenes too, and I will talk during them, so...
Some call it a miraculous stone. The Philosopher's Stone. The Queen of England remains locked in combat. With Spain, the country where the sun never sets, for control of the entire world. Her forces weakening with every battle. The Queen and her inner circle turn to divination and alchemy, hiring pirates like us to find Enrita for them. With that power, they managed to defeat the invincible Spanish Armada. But now it seems they want to keep their methods a secret.
Cool, blimey. Is that Scottish or Irish? I can't figure it out. We are going to blow through the tutorial fairly quickly. I found the tutorial to be pretty boring. In particular, because the heavily armed knights, they're just really boring to fight. Because they have a ton of hit points. They don't stagger that easily. So...
It seems death won't stop chasing me.
Oh, we've got to get out of here and find Triss and Yennefer. Because he looks like Geralt. It's a man right there. Punch the rocks. Who gives a shit?
I should have run when I had the chance.
But yeah, we'll do this first part fairly quickly here. But again, just to make sure there's no confusion, I don't plan on playing through the whole game. I really did get back into playing it though. Once I loaded her back up, I was like, oh man, I love this game.
Hey, what are you doing?
The door locked in a prison. What the hell's going on? Got the kid on guard duty. It's not your lucky nights. I don't think there's anything. I don't really plan to look around either, because you don't, as far as I remember, you don't keep anything. It's not, is that lagging or is that just XSplit? Or, I think that's hopefully just XSplit lagging really badly. Also, Team Yennefer. Team Triss will get you banned from this channel forever. Forever. All right, let's see if it clears itself up here. I might make the preview window smaller. Make that close that window a little bit, letting them breeze in. But I might close the preview window a little bit. It might be sucking up a little bit of CPU, if you catch my drift. Also, not going to bother you in putting armor on, because you don't really keep any of the armor. Also, you know, give the ladies a little something to look at. Sup? Yeah, I can't even like key pulse or anything. Yeah, like right there is lagging super bad. Yeah, let me take this dude out. Whoa. Damn energy. I can't key pulse. All right, let me shrink that window a little bit. 1 second. Hopefully that helps. I'm not actually seeing it that bad in this actual stream, which is weird. It's just like a little bit too much. It's just in the preview window, it's like really bad, like 1 frame a second sometimes. Hello. Come on. You know this isn't going to end well. I saw him! There's not an R in saw. Thank you very much, Britain. This is why we need to take the English language away from them. They obviously can't do it right. You can't do it right, don't do it at all. Damn it, come on. Little turd. Backing yourself into a corner. Interesting plan. Let's see how it works. Oh, no, it didn't work out. Better so far. Okay, good. I meant to up the bandwidth too, but my understanding is even though I'm affiliate, and I do usually get, or my viewers at least, get the option to lower the resolution or lower the quality, whatever you want to call it. Even though they have the option, most of the time, if the Twitch servers are being stressed out, they won't always get that option. So if they don't have the connection for it and like Twitch is getting hammered, they're just going to end up getting lag. Well, let's see what weapons we have. Oh, well, 2 different swords. 2 different bastard swords. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Dark Souls similarities here. Again, I don't even know why I'm looking around. There's not really... Oops. Gotta remember how to switch weapons. There we go. There's definitely a lot of similarities. Some people are like, oh, I don't really see it. Like, there's some base similarities, but I'm like, come on, are you serious? Like, first of all, you have the campfire, which is a shrine in this game. You go there to level, to set your spells, rejuvenate your health, rejuvenate your healing items. When you use it, all the enemies respawn. Ooh, in the back. When you die, enemies respawn, and you drop your experience. In this game, it's Amrita. You have a stamina system. There's a ton of similarities. And that's not a bad thing. I think part of the problem is people are like, oh, there's similarities, so that means they're stealing, so that's bad. It's like, nah, it doesn't really mean that. It just means that there are similarities. A lot of people have said it's more like Ninja Gaiden. I don't know how much I buy into that. I haven't played that much Ninja Gaiden because the camera was atrociously bad. But we'll listen to this too. Actually, I need to kill an NPC first.
This country. Indeed, the pirates have served their purpose.
The death of the leader will spark a war and a wonderful opportunity to acquire Amrita.
Once tomorrow's killing takes place, we will get our hands on a compass that will lead us to that Amrita.
With enough Amrita, we could subdue Spain, perhaps perhaps even the world.
The day when England reigns supreme is near.
But our beloved queen thinks of Amrita as nothing more than gold or gemstones.
We must find them before our nation's rivals do.
Edward Kelly, you will go to Japan. It seems it would be to our advantage to keep the wars alive. We cannot gain Amrita if blood does not flow.
Ooh. He's got one of those smart latches on the door, I guess. Chest again. I don't even know why I'm looking at the chests. Actually, I think you do get to keep the London gear that you pick up. It just goes into your stash, I believe. But you don't keep any experience or anything, which kind of sucks. All right, this will open the shortcut. You also, that's a good point, the Aggie, you start off in a prison. Didn't think about that. So I guess in Dark Souls 1 it's an asylum, but it's kind of the same thing. Oh, she actually is in her bed. Hold on. I'm gonna have to move the thing. How's the stream lag doing? Jesus, the encoder is freaking out. Hold on, I'm just kind of watching the stream to see. It really freaked out when I swapped. Yeah, it's like a little bit laggy. Let's get out of the tutorial and we'll see. But anyway, we don't want to go through there. That's just a shortcut. Yeah, my CPU isn't that high, but my graphics card's getting slammed. So I might, what I do, holy shit, let's try that again. What I might do is once we get out of this area, lower the settings down. Did the cutscene, oh wait, damn it, we already been this way. We go downstairs? Oh, that's right. We have to go all the way down. I got turned around. Whoa, motion sickness. Everybody look away. I'm not even going to bother going over there or over there. There's a bunch of NPCs here you don't really need to fight. And like I say, I just want to get out of this tutorial area because it's kind of boring. Especially since all the stuff you're doing doesn't actually really even count. Ooh. Like, it's acting like it's giving me experience, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's not doing anything. Don't turn around, cause you're gonna see me stabbed. Alright, we'll go in here and rest. And yes, I have actually done this enough to remember all this crap. There's a door over here you can open as a shortcut, I guess, but it's not even really that much of a shortcut. I don't quite understand the point of it. Oh, right. These other stairs. See, I think this is the only big boy we have to fight. Like I said, they're just kind of boring. That one actually went down fairly easy. Alright, we got some better weapons, so I do want to swap those out. Just because we got the boss coming up. I don't really actually like the battle axe. I like the axe style typically, but for some reason it feels a little different in this tutorial. Eh! Like he's actually like, come on! Let's go with the spear. The boss should be at the top, I think. If I remember correctly. Cat's not quite centered on the thing, is she? Hold on. Wow, that was super easy. It's all over. That's the boss, right? Yeah, I'm definitely going to try lowering the settings. I bet this rain is really freaking it out, too.
It's you. The man with the guardian spirit.
If I die, the secret of the stones dies with me.
Let me show you what these stones can do. Behold. It's time for your execution.
Get it? Because he's the executioner. Derek. Come on, Megan. Yeah, took too long to get over there. Really, the best is kind of hang out by the wall. Let him do his little charge thing. Come in and stab him a few times. Almost. I got a little bit over-eager there. Hurry up. Didn't know he did the charge after that. Come on. Come on. Gonna take my fish girl out and whoop your ass now.
Well done. Quite a feat. So this spirit shall guide me to the kingdom of gold.
Get the bugger, aye! I'm gonna stand here and wait till I get shot. He does look quite Geralt-esque, yes he does. Guess he Phoenix downed it up. See, I know my Final Fantasy references, even though I haven't actually finished a Final Fantasy since like 6, I guess. Whatever the last one on Super Nintendo was.
journey was not an enjoyable one. During 2 years' voyage, the Helloff was lost. The trow sank, while the hope vanished without a trace. The good news of the Blythe Boatshap was nothing but lies. Only Leifta remained.
Africa used to be fat.
An ironic twist. For what awaited us in the Far East wasn't love. It was monsters and death.
Nioh, the story of the world's first weeaboo. Kitty, you look excited. She got out of her bed, of course, because I barely touched the camera, so of course she had to immediately get up. Begin my preparations, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he basically reads a book and learns how to become a ninja, because that's apparently all it takes. So we are actually going to play. We're going to start with a spear. Yes, we're just going to click through that. And then our secondary is actually one of the new DLC weapons, the Tonfa. These are pretty cool. Basically, they're like police sticks or nightsticks. But you use them in a way that no mall cop ever could. We have to pick our animal spirit. We can change this later. But we get Kato, strength, Isionade, whatever. The shark gets a spirit 1, and then this thing, Birdman, gives us skill 1. As much as I love the shark, I use that in my normal playthrough, and the hawk gives us a skill +1, which is useful for the night billy clubs, so we'll pick that. Yes, this is in fact okay. We will not be doing the tutorial. Dual-wielding mall cop. Yes, exactly. The dinghies have been ready for us to make landfall. For all I have read of this country, nothing can truly prepare me for what now lies ahead. I put the memoir down and leave my cabin. But no, legit, like I think the story is literally he read some books and learned how to basically become a samurai. Not a ninja, a samurai. Whatever. Sorry, ladies, he's not naked anymore. That small, weird glowing orb with that trilobite crawling over him. I think I want to loot that. Alright, so before we get say a prayer for me now. Okie doke. So let's change the settings down a little bit to see if maybe that'll help. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand why it's struggling so much. Because the game itself is playing fine. Obviously, shadow or motion blur is off because motion blur sucks. We'll go with that. We just changed the settings or the shadow down a little bit. It's not happening a lot, so I'm hoping we don't have to change a whole bunch. I like how picking up the items in this game, like you kind of hear the person's last thoughts, and you can kind of get an idea of how they died, what happened, and all that. All right. Level up wise, I haven't quite decided what to go with. Heart's safe because it's good for both the spear and for hit points. Skill is good because it helps our Tokunagas or whatever. But I also want to do some magic. I want to do a little bit heavier magic with this playthrough. Let's go with magic first. Just for grins. I'll buy a spell or two. I want to get weapon buffs to start with. We have, how many points? 3 points. Fire, wind, lightning. Lightning's a good one. Wait, is it lightning or wind? I always forget. One of them slows the enemy down. Actually, I want lightning because our animal spirit or whatever is wind. So let's get the lightning buff. And oh, there's another one that increases our max jutsu. We'll grab that one later. Oh, the guardian spirit's really nice too, actually, but the jutsu cost is insane. And let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and start building up the tonfas. Grapple an enemy who's out of key would then follow up with a powerful attack. It's kind of an obvious one. Key flux, I definitely want that. Key flux is for all weapons too, by the way. You don't have to unlock them for every weapon. I also want to get... there's not a parry with these. No other obvious ones, so we'll wait for the time being. And obviously we don't have any tonfas yet. But we should get them pretty soon. I always forget like where to look at, or like where we first get them. But hold on, I'm kind of watching it when I jump to the barrels because that seems like a place that would lag. All right, hurry. Man, the delay is crazy. It seems fine. Okay, cool. I don't think there's anything back here. I played this stage way too much. We're not going to necessarily rush through things either, but I do want to try to find all the... I want to find all of the little green dudes. Speaking of little green dudes, there's a Kodama. Oh, let me turn kitty cam back on. She's just covering the map. I think of all the things for her to cover up, that's probably the best one. And bandits already stole the stuff that's in here. I'm also going to try to stay light armor. I don't know how well that's going to work out, but I guess we'll find out. I think, am I offline? I think I'm offline too. I'm probably not going to fight a lot of revenants unless they like have a weapon that I want. Then I will. Otherwise, not so much. Speaking of, let me see if I can't connect. Maybe I can't do it from here? Subtitles are on. Let me know if you guys see an online option. I think that would have been near the beginning. Next time I'm at the shrine, I'll check. Because maybe I can connect at the shrine. Weird. It's not a big deal that I'm connected, but I can get access to more of those revenants. And it's always fun just seeing all the bloodstains from people that died. I checked online settings, didn't I? Secret word, matching area, unlimited. Yeah. There's no way to like say on or off there. The secret word I think is just if you want to like do co-op with a friend or something. Gotta get back in the habit of doing my key fluxes and key pulses and all that. It's funny how like there's so much less enemies than there were in the even in the beta, demo, beta, whatever you want to call it. Because there was, like, in the beta, I think there's like 3 enemies here. To be fair, it was overkill. So somebody who was new to this type of game would definitely be way overwhelmed. And of course you had the people like, ah, leave it that way. It should be super tough. I'm like, it's the first area. Like, give people a break, for God's sake. Let them at least ease into it. I know you can get online because I've heard people talking about it. I actually don't like that attack. Oh, also, too, I've been meaning to kind of treat this as if people are watching this for the first time. So there's 3 different stances. The combat in this game is phenomenal. I like Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Bloodborne combat is way, way better than Dark Souls combat. Nioh combat is way, way better than Bloodborne. Like that, AE? Ah, you little bastard. But one of the cool things about combat in this game is that there's every weapon has 3 stances. You have high, medium, and low. And you can swap between those at pretty much any time. And you also have light and heavy attacks. Or actually, I think they're like quick and slow attacks. But the quick attacks tend to not do as much damage. The slow attacks tend to do more damage. So yeah, it makes sense. But anyhow, so you can kind of combine those. So for example, like high stance, this is a quick attacks, and then the slow attacks for high stance is that, which I don't really like. It does a good amount of damage, but I don't like the range on it. It's not super impressive. Now let's go this way. So the different moves and combos for both the different stances and for the different, like, you know, slow attack, quick attack, etc. We're going to end up clearing that anyway, so I'll wait on that. We're going to be making a huge circle.
すなわち斬新にて気を整えるべし。さすれば心静まり、再び気力充実。確かこの森の声に、あれで一矢報いてやる。
Come on, you come over here. And you can block with any weapon. Like, you don't need a shield in this game. You can block. You don't take partial damage, but you do take stamina damage. Well, your stamina goes down. Yeah, I mean, it shows me offline, I think. When I was at the shrine, I think it showed me offline. Come on. Come on. There's an archer up there, being a jerk. You also have living weapon attacks. Get some. But the living weapon attack... I'm coming up for you in a minute. Don't worry, son. I'll be up there in a second. Let's go get the shortcut. That's another very Dark Souls-esque thing. Is there's a lot of like shortcuts that you end up getting. Like go back to like earlier areas, but that way if you die, you can cut through the Couldn't remember if there was a guy here or not. Guess there was. Oh, come on. What? That screwed me there. So anyway, yes, you have the stances and you have the attacks. And then you have your stamina, which is the green bar at the top left. The blue one's my health. The green bar is the stamina. You can see it depletes whenever I attack. So if you get hit or try to block when you're out of stamina, you'll be staggered. And basically you'll stand there for a couple of seconds not able to do anything. You can't block, you can't dodge, you can't attack. And if you get hit while you're staggered, you get knocked down. I think. Hold on. Yeah, you get knocked down, I think. And then they can just hit you again. Or do a critical attack on you. So running out of stamina in this game and like basically getting hit into that state can screw you really, really fast. And it's one thing that's kind of bad about this game is you can run into scenarios where you make a single mistake and that's death. It doesn't happen too much. It's not as bad as the Surge. The Surge was really bad about that. Like a single mistake and it was like auto death. But it can happen in this game too. Definitely worse than Dark Souls and Bloodborne. And see, hey, we're back around to the same shrine that we were at earlier. And like Dark Souls, when we use the shrine, everything will respawn. Alright, so first... Oh, I even forgot to ready my jutsu. We'll go ahead and do another magic. One more magic. And one heart, which again, heart is hit points and also spear damage. Jutsu is your magic. You have ninjutsu, and you have onmyo magic. So, see, talismans, like that's like a weapon buff. It gives your weapon lightning. Oh, also you get kadamas. When you send those little green guys back, they're hidden throughout the level. When you send them back, there's what, 5 different types? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 different types. And you can only have one type active at a time, and each one gives you a different type of buff. So this one increases the amount of Amrita you get by X amount. Amrita is experience. This increased weapon drop rate, armor drop rate, elixir drop rate, which is your healing items, your whatever they were in Dark Souls. I've already forgot. And then your drop rate of materials. Materials is crafting stuff, I think. And the only one we can get right now is Warrior Blessing. You can change these anytime at a shrine. Alright, so... take a look at our skill points. You get skill points whenever you level. There is ninja skill points, which are basically all of these different types of weapons. And then you have... wait. Oh, no, those are samurai skill points. And then there's ninja skill points for ninjutsu, and then magic skill points for magic. Can I buy this yet? Yes. Onmyo magic capacity. Basically, that determines how many spells you can have readied at a single time. Alright, so we have 2 points. Guardian Spirit Talisman is pretty nice. You probably won't have the jutsu to memorize it, though. Let's get this one. This one makes enemies attacks less bad. This one lowers their defensive power, which obviously makes them take more damage. We don't have any ninja skill points. That's fine. So let's see. RC. There we go. Let's see if it actually connects. Nice. So I think they added PvP in this game. I don't know how it works. It wasn't active when I played. The big thing with being online, and I'm sure you'll see them, is you'll see like the equivalent of blood spots, just like Dark Souls, where somebody has died. But the difference is you can summon a NPC version of that player and fight them. You're not actually summoning that player. You're just summoning an NPC version. And really, the only thing that makes them a version is they have that gear on, right? They had the same gear. It's not like the AI is smart enough to know how that person would fight. Let's go with the weakness talismans. Set it to a shortcuts. Use your D-pad for the shortcuts. You can assign the D-pad shortcuts to quick items like healing or bombs, or you can assign them to magic. One issue this game has is if you wanted to go a heavy magic build, you've only really got, well, really you've only got 7 slots. Because you have the 4 slots on your D-pad, up, down, left, and right at the bottom left. And I can hit R2 to swap to a second page, so I can assign those as well. But that's it. You just have those pages. And once you've used those up, like, that's pretty much it. Now, you can go into your inventory and manually cast a spell, but obviously if you're in the middle of a fight, you can't really do that. So it's a little weird. Alright, there's some items over here. Hello. Combat will get a little bit more interesting once I pick up some combos. Combos. Those guys have an attack where, like that attack they just did, it's got super armor. So if you attack them during it, they are interrupted and they'll grab you. So always good to smack them. Now some of these bloody graves are actually developers. Oh, there's another Kadama. But what's funny is, like, sometimes I see the name and I think, oh well, surely that's a player. That's not a developer who named themselves I Died Here. But actually, I think that one is a developer one. There's a way to tell, but I don't remember offhand how to do it. And the reason you actually want to fight those is because it's a good way to get gear. So if you see somebody died and it's like, ooh, they've got a purple spear, and I used a spear, then you fight that spirit, and you have a chance of getting that purple spear that they used. Come on, come on! Ooh, look at that! And as you also probably might imagine, the low stance tends to have faster attacks, middle stance tends to have medium speed attacks, and high stance tends to have lower speed attacks. How you doing? How y'all doing? How's your mom and them? Another really important aspect of this game is the key pulse. And just to kind of show you this real quick. Like I said, when you attack, you use up your stamina. And you see that red bar at the top, and then it fills up really quick, but then it goes away, and then it fills up really slowly. Watch it again. It fills up fast, and then goes away, and the green bar fills slows. What that blue bar is showing you is that if you do a key pulse, you will get that much stamina back, which is R1. So if I do this, and I hit it like halfway up, you'll see my stamina automatically jump that high and then slowly filled out the rest. Obviously, you want to wait longer, if possible, and get all of it back. There's other reasons you want to wait until it hits the max, but I won't bother digging into that too much. Alright, I think we have enough to level up. Did we ever get that other weapon? Ah, here we go. The Rosewood Tonfa. So yeah, this weapon was added in the DLC. One of the DLC, I'm not sure which. I actually have all the DLC on PlayStation 4 because I bought the Season Pass. But I just never got back around to playing it. What was I going to do? Oh, level up. Let's go ahead and we'll do Heart for a while. Just because, again, that's a safe bet. It's hit points. I'll probably bring it up to 10. And then start swapping into other stuff. I think... Hold on. Actually, I want to check over here because there might be another Kadama over here. If you listen closely, you can hear the Kadama. But you have to be pretty quiet. You also can get items that will show you the Kadama on the map. This is nice when you're first trying to find them. Boom, son, get wrecked. So before I was talking about how if you get hits while you're out of stamina, it makes you stagger. Oh shit, I didn't mean to come this way. That's fine. If you get hit while you're out of stamina, you stagger. Well, the same applies to the enemies. So see, he's staggered. And if I do a heavy attack, I get a special, basically a critical attack. It's this game's version of a backstab, even though the game does have backstab. Oh, nope, she left. You had to say something, she heard you. She's like, oh, people are looking at me again. I better leave. I'm in danger. I always get lost in this part. Even though this part isn't that big, I still manage to get lost. Hey, what's up, big guy? Whoa, wait, what? Oh, Archer's back. I thought I killed him. Piss off. Also, if you knock an enemy down while they're out of stamina, or if you hit an enemy who's staggered, they'll fall down. And when they have fallen down, you can do an extra attack too, or you can do like a high damaging attack. Which is one thing I like about this game, because with stamina in Dark Souls, the game basically cheated. Like, enemies didn't have stamina. For the most part, they didn't have stamina. Alright, we'll pray here just to get our health back, but then we'll progress on. I'll use my weapon buff here in a minute too, so you can check that out. One thing I like about these weapons is they're fast. They're fast, and they're supposed to do extra stamina damage. They call stamina in this game ki, but I just call it stamina because that's what it is. Sup, Patrick? How's it going? And again, if you see some stuff in that's going on, especially well, obviously if you're on the stream, if you see something like on the stream, like I pick up something or I do something and you're not quite sure, feel free to ask. But I'm trying not to just sit here and explain all the rules all at once, just because it would be a bit overwhelming. Do you hear me babble on about the various rules and whatnot? Keep going hearts. Especially if we're going to go light armor, I figure that's the safe bet. And I realize I haven't looked at any of the armor I've picked up yet. But like I said, I'm not overly worried about it. As I say, is this jerk hits me. Come on. Alright, we're actually going to rest after that. I don't want to waste an elixir. One thing I don't like is that elixirs work like blood does in Bloodborne, in that like you don't have an infinite supply of them. Bye-bye. I love that. I love the special animation enemies get for falling off the side. But anyway, you actually can run out of elixirs, which is pretty dumb. I don't know why no game has copied Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1 had the best system for like health regen. I'm gonna wait for that other guy to go, because we've got that one dude who fell down there. I was recovering from the 25-hour stream. It was actually fairly rough. I kept sleeping like odd amounts of hours. He staggered. I love that attack. That's freaking sick. And there's the Axeman. The Axeman cometh and the Axeman goeth. But yeah, physically it was pretty rough for a few days there. Like, I felt kind of rough. But that was my fault. I wasn't sleeping as much as I should have to recover, and I paid the price. Now, here's one of those areas where I think they're trying to teach you to be careful, you know, be smart. Because this guy, you think, oh, I'm just going to run over and aggro this guy. Well, the problem is there's other dudes over there that will aggro if you go over there. Like if you just run over. So, there's an item in the game. It's my understanding is some kind of ancient Japanese item that they use to grab the attention of enemies. I'd never heard of it before, but it's called a stone. And you take this stone and you throw it, and they go, hey, well, that's not very nice. Ooh. Bam! God, I love that combo. Like, hit him in the face twice with these sticks and then kick him in the face. Yes, I am quite old. I am very old, that is without question. Oh, oh my God, that's so satisfying. Oh, you little bitch. Yeah, these weapons do a ton of stamina damage. Key damage, whatever. It might be hard to tell on Twitch, just because the bars are going to be really small. But it's definitely part of the strategy. Like there, I saw that the dude had very low stamina, so I know, okay, if I keep the assault up, even if he blocks, he'll be staggered. Yeah, see, he's out. Bam! I just want to do that all day. You're 39 too? Yeah, we're both old then. We both be old. Alright, there's a guy in here. Now, you can't backstab by default, but you actually can unlock a backstab later in the game. However, attacking enemies from behind does, by default, do more damage. So you do want to attack enemies from behind when you can. Well, he's still wearing our default armor, which is fine. Let's go ahead and pull this guy. Now, you can't always solo pull enemies like this. Sometimes enemies are hard linked. Uh-oh, back up, back up. You can see there I almost got like, not quite one shot. But again, he was low on stamina. Oh, you little bastard. He, I tried to hit him too soon, and he had invulnerability still. That was kind of dirty pool on his part. Yeah, he still had invincibility, and I was trying to attack him, and I swung past him, and then he retaliated. What a butthole. There might be an enemy over here. I know there was in beta. Oh, there is. Another Kadama. Yeah, see, this one I know is a developer one just because I've seen it a million times. Oh, yeah. I actually lost track of when I did what, honestly. Come on. Yeah, if you just popped around that corner to have attacked those guys earlier, I don't know if you'd have got all of these guys, but you would have gotten several of them. And as you can imagine, this is one of those games you do not want to get a bunch of dudes all at once. All right, I think there might be a guy over here. I'd like another healing item. Now, you can pick up more healing items while you're out, elixirs. But you're limited in how many you can carry based on how many Kadamas you've found. Oh, there's an item. Shit. There's an item over there, too. We will come back for that stuff. Because there's a shrine nearby. And I want to try to hit that. I know you wanna hit that. Now, as you can imagine, that black mist is always a bad thing. Just to be safe, I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna cast a spell to lower his armor, or lower, yeah, his defenses. Come on, fatty. Use my ultimates. Well, whatever. And make short work of him. And this guy has a key, which will open a gate. You can actually come in here and like spawn that enemy and pick up the key and run out. You don't actually have to fight that guy to get the key. But that key opens this door. Grab this item. Yeah, I slept a lot, but I didn't sleep a lot like in a row, and I think that messed me up pretty bad for a bit. Alright, so let's hit this point. Wow, I don't even have enough to level. You also do get our Amrita / experience whenever you discover a new shrine. Hey, now we have enough. We will again go with heart. Honestly, I think you should get most stats up to 10. It's pretty easy to do so. Not necessarily everyone, but I feel like you get a big boost at 10. What are we gonna do? Oh, let's switch our Kodama Blessing. I'm gonna switch it to Hunter, because especially early on, you want to get as many elixirs as possible because you want to get them stockpiled. How are we looking on skill points? Alright, let's get more Tonfa stuff. There was one I really liked that I played around with. I think it's mid stance. Mid and low stance is what I tend to stay in, depending on the weapon. That one wasn't very good. Or at least I didn't like it that much. Is this it? One thing I also like is whenever you're looking at a skill like this, usually you can press Y and it'll play like a movie and show you how it works. So you can get an idea. This one I want. It's high mid stance, pushes the enemy back, breaking their guard. So basically at the end of any combo you press Y. This one is the same. Oh, it's mid and low stance. That's a kick. I don't really care about that. Unless it trips them up. That would be nice. One thing I do want... Alright, so another important skill to get is this one. And there's one for each stance, which is a little weird. But it says, allows you to keep pulse even when you dodge. Basically what that does is so that normally you have to hit R1 to do the key pulse, which gives you your stamina back. If you dodge during that key pulse timing, you can get that stamina back. Now you still use stamina from the dodge itself, but it's actually really, really nice to have. So let's actually buy that for the stances that we can. I've actually only got one more point left. That's fine. Alright, let's take a look at our weapons again. Do we get any new upgrades? We got an upgrade for the spear. That's much better damage. Oh, and it's fire. Nice. You usually don't get elemental effects this early.